Hey there guys, this is Texas Beer Reviews, and this is Alaskan Smoked Porter. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen this beer. Not anything too hard to find. However, the cool thing to note about this bottle is that it is from 2009. So this was sent to me by Andre from California. Thanks a bunch, man. And this may be one of the oldest bottles of beer that I've had. So it's 8 years old at this point, and I've had a couple bottles of Lambic that are a little bit older than this, but as far as like a stout or porter type beer, something that's not a Lambic, I guess, I haven't had anything this old. So pretty excited to check it out and see how it is. I've had the beer before. It's been quite some time. It's usually pretty smoky, so we'll kind of see how that smoke is still hanging on this guy. 6.5% alcohol by volume, so of course not very high ABV, so you would think, well, it wouldn't probably age very well. However, this beer is known to age very well due to the fact of the smoked malts. So I've heard good things about old bottles, but never experienced one for myself, so let's check it out and see. Alright, so pours out pretty dark brown to black color. Can't really see much at the edges here. No kind of light coming through. It's got a nice kind of light tan head here. Pretty foamy, so it's good. Let's check out the aroma. Oh yeah, that is still really smoky. Definitely getting, it kind of reminds me almost of like beef jerky. Which actually there's a Karbach, a Russian Imperial Stout called Three-Legged Lab, and it's pretty close to that on the aroma in my opinion. Big smoke, big kind of this slightly salty note, very umami-like, think of, somewhat like soy sauce in a certain sense. I mean, not quite that as intense, but a bit of that is there. Definitely like salty, smoky chocolate. Smells has a nice clean underlying sort of tone to it as well. I don't know. Smells good. Smells pretty interesting. So let's check out the taste. Cheers. Okay, so first thing off the bat, initial taste, it is actually really watery. Not a whole lot on the flavor going on at that point. The smoke definitely comes in mid-palate, ends, lingers for quite a while. There might be just a hint of a chocolate character to it. But really the smoke is kind of the big thing here. Yeah, that initial taste is very, very watery. I'd almost think I was just drinking sparkling water or something. Really doesn't hit the, flavor until mid-palate, and that's really just the smoke. I'm not getting a whole lot of a malt character on it. A bit more in the kind of the end of the beer. Maybe a bit of a, just a, like you would get the bitterness maybe from a dark chocolate, and it just kind of wants to show, but it just doesn't quite get there. And really it's just the smoke that is the dominant flavor of the beer. Definitely solid lingering bitterness. I think the body's pretty light, a bit on the thinner side. I'd say maybe a medium thin. I mean, it is 6.5%. Typically as beers age, they will thin out as the proteins fall out of the beer. They'll sink to the bottom of the bottle kind of thins the beer out. So it definitely has that kind of thinness to it, a bit of that. I didn't expect it to be as watery as it is. So it's kind of interesting. I wasn't quite expecting that. I'm getting maybe some dark fruits, maybe like hints of prune, or yeah, I'd say more so prune than raisin. A bit of a cola-like character to it as well, but it's very mild. But yeah, that's pretty much mostly what's going on with the beer. I mean, the flavor's coming out a little bit more as it kind of opens up and warms. But yeah, it's still pretty watery on the initial taste here. So, I mean, in that regard, it's really easy to drink. I mean, if you don't like smoky beers, I don't think you would enjoy this at all. And other than that, if you do enjoy smoky beers, I mean, this is incredibly easy to drink, in my opinion. I just was kind of expecting a bit more flavor, and would kind of want a bit more flavor. So in that, on that note, I would probably prefer to drink these fresh. You know, that's just my opinion. You know, I've heard of bottles that age really well, however, not having had one or anything. But based on this experience, I don't think I would actually age these. Still a lot of smoke character to it. You're not really going to lose that. You're actually, it just seems like you're going to be losing the actual flavors of the malt. Aside from the smoky flavors, you know, not as much chocolate and things like that. So I personally would drink these fresh. But it was really cool to check out a you know, an 8-year-old Alaskan smoked porter to see how it was doing. So thanks again, Andre. You know, I think normally on a fresh bottle of this, I'd probably go around a 3.75. I think on this bottle, I'm a little lower. I mean, it is really easy to drink, but I kind of wanted more flavor. It's a bit too watery. I think I'm at a 3.5. I don't want to quite go 3.25 because it is still a pretty well crafted smoked porter, but just doesn't have quite enough flavor. So that's pretty much it for 2009 Alaskan smoked porter. So if you want to try the same thing, I'm sure there's a lot of old bottles out there. Otherwise, drink them fresh. Want a bit more flavor. So that's pretty much it for this episode. And as always, cheers, and I'll catch you guys later.